And good evening, everybody. This is Michael Filighera. I am with LogicalSignals.com and TradersHelpingTraders.com. And this is the Elliott wave update for the S&P 500 for Tuesday, September 28th, 2021. Again, the market is following a current analysis. And just to do a brief update, we've been in the process of counting an intermediate third wave down. And within that, there are going to be 5 waves of minor degree. And this is where I think we are thus far. I think we have completed minor 1 and minor 2, dropping in a minor third. And as I discussed yesterday, within that third, we're going to get another point of recognition, which actually was right here. And then as it subdivides into its own 5 waves. Now, let me just take this all down to our 30-minute chart. Open it up a little bit so we can take a look inside. So we have 1, we have 2, then we have 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, which may not actually be complete just yet. So what we can figure in here is that 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and then this 3 of 3 move, but 4 of 3, and then a 5 of 3. So the 3 of 3 may be done. And as I suggested, we should get some additional confirmation via some acceleration. We've got the acceleration here, we've got the acceleration here, and we're getting the acceleration here as the market prepares to close our session and then take a small break and then get ready to open up Globex. So here's essentially what I'm going to be looking for. We continue to have this support down here. If you notice, I put the 3 all the way down here because I didn't think it was quite done yet. So if this just is the 3 of 3, and then we have a 4 of 3, we should still get a 5 of 3. And I'm assuming that it should get us down to this next Fibonacci level, which is 43.15. Now, ultimately, as I have discussed, I'm looking for the minor 5 to bring us all the way down to 42.92 to 42.72. We got about a 20-point range here, and we can take it even further to realize that that third wave should end up down here. So we actually still have some room. So this third wave is very likely still in force and may be completing somewhere down in these areas before this gets labeled down here. So again, 1 of 3, 2 of 3, possibly 3 of 3, possibly. And then if not, we're going to get the 3 of 3 down here, 4 of 3, and then a 5 of 3. So I'm still thinking we've got within this third wave, we've got at least another rally, another drop, followed by another rally, followed by another drop. So this could have been the little rally, and now we're getting a continuation down. Right now they're seeming to buy it up a little bit, but we get a continuation down. That'll mark the 3. All right, so right here, we get a little continuation down. If it drops below 43.34.75, that likely is just going to complete the 3 of 3. Then we get a 4 of 3, and then we get a 5 of 3. So this one may end up coming all the way down to here. And ultimately, as I have discussed, we could put this down here and then still get a 4 and a 5, and that's 5 I'm expecting to minimally get to 42.17.50. Ultimately, I think that this whole sequence of a third wave, an intermediate third wave, will be getting down here, 40.60.22. So that's why I don't necessarily want to rush the count, and I need to pay very close attention to the structure so that I'm A, going to be pretty accurate, and B, not rushing the subdivisions. So that's why this sits out here. We're still within it, and I believe we've got quite a bit more to go in terms of points. Remember, if I'm looking for it to come all the way down here, this is 43.48, this is 42.17, more than 100 points away. So I'm looking for a continuation of the downside. Again, as I've been saying, rallies still tend to be shallow, but if you remember, I said that since the volatility is increasing in terms of the speed of the decline, we're accelerating, I would suspect that that volatility will also be evident as the buyers step in. This, again, a 30-minute chart doesn't look all that big. When you take it down and you're putting it on a 5-minute chart, it looks a whole lot different. Come on. Right there. A, B, C. Look at that. Beautiful bar, very tradable. But, you know, it ran $35 from low to high. $38. So they're great moves and they're extremely tradable. That, for an internal third or fourth wave, is not unheard of, but it is going to be larger than what most people would be looking for because of the volatility that has increased with this decline. So back on a 5-minute chart, 1, 2, 3, here we are again. And this little fourth, going to put in a fifth, and that's just likely going to complete wave 3, the minor wave 3. Then we get another rally, which should come up into this area, and then another decline. And that fifth wave decline should be substantial. And that would be minor wave 5 of intermediate wave 3. I know this starts to get confusing with all the 3s and the 5s, but just trust me that what we got here is an internal 3 waves followed by a 5-wave decline. Then we're going to get another 3-wave rally followed by an additional 5-wave decline. Each one, because it will be 1 degree higher, are going to be larger than what we're witnessing. So this will come down, and its relationship would be to this wave. And I'd be looking for it to come down, break below that low at 43.35, I'm going to call it, and then get itself down closer to those next levels that we have below. This one in particular, 43.15, 42.92 would be optimal. If this sequence can manage to get down and put in the new low, it's setting the stage very cleanly for us getting down to that additional level of here down to that 4,064 level that we have way below. Yet to be seen, so I can only give you an estimation or some probabilities. The probabilities are pretty high that we should at least create a new low below what we saw back. Let me pull it open here. So we saw this last week on the 20th of September. We got this low at 42.93.75. That low definitely needs to get broken. And I am suspecting that within this minor third wave decline, we should break it and maybe find support here to put in a 4 and then a 5. And it would be that fifth that I would suspect will take us down to those lower levels that I'm looking for. Okay, so what do we have for tomorrow? Continued downside. But intervening in all of that, we're going to get some nice rallies. And they're going to come in the form of a 3-wave, an A, a B, a C. And right now, I would suspect at least this one finishing, then another, and then another 5 waves down. And remember, within the 5 waves down, wave 2 corrects 5, so it's a 3-wave rally. Wave 4 corrects 3, so it's a 3-wave rally on the 4th. And then we have the 5th. So wave 1 will be 5 waves, wave 3 will be 5 waves and likely contain its own point of recognition, so its own subdivisions. And then wave 5 will be a 5-wave structure down. So we have still a lot of movement to come, and we still have quite a few downside moves to be completed. So I still have expectations are still strong that we get down to at least here, and most likely, or hopefully, complete it down in this area. Again, that zone, if you remember, is 40.38 to 41.57. That's a fairly large zone. It's over 100 points, but depends on how the market gets itself down there. We saw the acceleration today, but to be honest with you, it was strong, but the S&P, the buyers step back in real easily when they think enough is enough, and they come jumping back in. And so I'm still looking for, this is only 1, 2, 3. This is a 4. I got to get another 5 in to complete the third, and then a rally, and then another decline. So we still have those points where we'll slide a little bit cleaner. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there for right now. Updated the chart. Upside, I'm not looking for anything major. And as these things finish off, you can run Fibonacci retracements if you wanted to know where could this retrace, if it is indeed a fourth wave. You run it from that top of 2 down to that bottom, or you run it from this top down to that bottom. More than likely that one. And then you're going to get what this wave should be. If not, then it's going to be here. But here's probably already 50%. That would come in right about there. So it got up pretty close and then sank right away. So that's where I'm going to leave it. And our next update will be Wednesday, the 29th.